It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed...
And that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. To the right side, catch made by McLaurin. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a 1st down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive, and as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And this ball incomplete on third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Ray gonna return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Now Wilson on first down. That's to the right side and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
A A carry here for Tracy. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Play action. Now, Wilson. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves 1st and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with the touchdown. It feels to me, you settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Russ. That one taken in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Giants move out to a 7-3 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll motion over Samuel. They run over center with Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Now this looks like a design run, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Barring some type of disaster with that big pass pickup, it puts them in position now where they feel like they can at least walk away with points off this drive. I just feel like it has to be 6. I feel like anything less than that will be a letdown.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll run with Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we'll get a second and goal when we return. It's the Giants leading this one early. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Throwing now, Daniels. He's got his big tight end, Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Commanders.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Commanders are on top. It's now 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. On the ground, here's Tracy. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's to the sideline. He's got Neighbors. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So now after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession. But after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Play action. Here's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them, downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he's in! Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
This is just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Commanders will get out in front 17-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Ray gonna return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Robinson. On the give, it's Tracy. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success, and that's what we saw here.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. Third and 5. Throwing is Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
They'll run with Tracy. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still second down.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Russ. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, He had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball is put right on the money for a big pickup.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To the air again is Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And just a pickup of 3 or 4, but with the penalty a moment ago, it leaves them with a good down, 2nd and short. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coaches.
He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. That's to Robinson. He's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
First and 10. Now Wilson on the designed run. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. This is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, trying to find some place to escape, and there was none. A big loss on the play.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. They get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
You have to wonder if we look back at the end of this game, Mike, and say, was this a prime opportunity for this offense that they blew after that 3rd down sack? Opportunity to take the lead here late in the game, and instead, I think there's a real decision about whether or not they should just take the 3 and chip away at this lead.
On fourth down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Giants will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Giants has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
On 2nd down, Russ. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And
before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And good blocking up front. paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. They'll go again with Robinson. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
So the drive will end there, and on comes Tress Way to punt on 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out wide.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now Daniels has his man. It's Samuel. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Now, Gano for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Giants are going to open up the lead to 8. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Throwing is Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. A big play looming here. They need to convert. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Throwing now. Daniels. It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. To throw. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Gray gonna return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Russ. This is caught at the 2. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A gain of 11 there and a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller deal with some of these ups and downs, every once in a while they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On the give, it's Tracy. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Still second down.
A carry here for Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. And this drive going from bad to worse, and a delay of game now on top. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will extend their lead. Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. The Commanders will signal for the 1st of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, and here comes 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now Gay for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders have cut the deficit to 5. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, it has all been on display throughout. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a road win here for the Giants. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.